And
8. Okay, are we at sharp 5?
we are 5:01. Perfect.
Brilliant. So welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us live today. All right,
And
so
what are we going to talk about?
yes. So today we have something very specific planned for you all. We are going to talk about a technique called emotional freedom technique. What is emotional freedom technique? What are its benefits? What is it that is coming up with this emotional freedom technique and magic? And finally, something that you can use instantly, anywhere, anytime, to experience the greatness and the profundity of this simple but sincerely very, very effective technique.
True.
So
Yeah.
let's start. What is emotional freedom technique? What is EFT?
Okay. So can I start if that is okay with you?
Absolutely, yes.
Great. EFT, also commonly known as tapping, a lot of people now call it tapping. It's a very powerful, as Radhika already mentioned, but beautiful technique, which is a combination of ancient science, which is Chinese acupuncture. I hope you guys are familiar with acupuncture. If not, it's a Chinese therapy where it works on your body meridians and needles are pricked into your energy system, where if there is any challenge in your body, it starts aligning. So it's a combination of, as I mentioned, the Chinese acupuncture technique along with modern psychology. So literally, it's like old marrying the new, and something more powerful and beautiful has come on the table. Um, the person who really brought EFT out about 20 years ago to literally for the benefit of all of us right now is Gary Craig. He's been the founder of EFT. And Radhika, I don't know, I'm sure you're familiar with this. We've spoken about this also. But Gary Craig was an engineer, a Stanford graduate. And his interest in parapsychology and psychology and behavior and thought field therapy
Yes.
is what got him to bring this amazing technique on the table.
Right. So was he the one who was treating that woman with fear of water, the water phobia? Or was his
Yes.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
how he stumbled upon this tapping on some meridian points which started to release that fear from her body, and the age old fear that she had of even touching water was released just
Yes.
by tapping and saying certain statements that acted as positive psychology.
True. And what's interesting was that, when we are studying different sciences, we need to know anatomy very well, you know. But with EFT and the way Gary Craig made it so simple, you don't necessarily need to know your anatomy. All you need to know is your main meridian points.
And it just works. It works
Yes.
every time, anytime. It works on all levels, I believe, if I'm not wrong, Shilpa.
True.
On the
Yes, it
physical
does.
level, mental, emotional, whatever layers you have, it just keeps opening up the layers and working deeper and deeper for you.
There was another invention he discovered. I must share this again. When I was doing his research some time ago, um, Gary had originally invented EFT to support PTSD people, especially after the World War. There was a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder. So he wanted to, that's why it is called as emotional freedom technique. He wanted to work with people where the stress would be reduced and life would move on in a better paradigm. Having said that, what he stumbled upon, and that's exactly what you said, the phobia which got released, he started realizing that while he's working on emotions, a lot of physical ailments also started to heal for people, knowingly, unknowingly. And when we speak about benefits of EFT, which we'll jump into in a few minutes, this is one of the benefits, but we'll talk more about that. And that's when he realized, oh my God, EFT, you can address any issue.
Any.
but the underlying causes are beginning to work with you at a deeper level.
Yes.
So it was beautiful how he turned block beliefs into positive affirmations.
Absolutely.
And all of us are today blessed. I'm sure you've had a lot of EFT clients yourself and you've worked with them.
And I being the first one, so out of all the modalities that I learned over the years, EFT is one modality that is like always a go-to, always, not just for me, but for my young children who are 12 and 9 now. They started as young as 5, 6, 7 year old. So it is that simple and that effective. It is something that anybody can do, and just like you said, it works on so many layers. So it works on the symptoms, it works on the emotional blockages, it works on the belief system behind those emotional blockages, right to the core. Even if you do not know the roots of it and you're just tapping on the symptom, it is going to work.
And Radhika recently had a seminar with about 30, 40 odd people. And I remember two of the young girls who said that, Shilpa, I'm not into spirituality and I'm not into a lot of rituals or discipline, but tapping is making life easy for me. So even if you're a non-believer and you still want to work on creating paradigm shifts in your life, EFT is still for you. And she said, Shilpa, thank God I signed up for this session because it's so quick. And she's like, I can't believe it is so amazingly effective.
Yes.
And you don't have to have a spiritual belief. You just have to have a mindset that you're willing to change your life in certain sectors.
Absolutely. This reminds me of one workshop I did with corporates, and in that, the head of that organization, when he experienced mindfulness practices and other meditation techniques with me. But finally, when I introduced EFT, he was so amazed that this simple thing, and a corporate who thinks in zeros and ones, binary, all rational, but that person was so amazed and he was moved by the intensity drop of how he was feeling before and then after. It instantly clicked with him, and he uh, not only experienced it himself, he introduced his 30 odd employees to the practice, saying that this is something that will really help, and especially in those COVID times when everybody was on the peak of their stress. Yes. So it
So
does.
I'm not going to get into my story, but I was introduced to tapping while I was in corporates, Radhika. That was way back in 2007. And I was launching a huge project, you see. And of course, that time I was purely left brain, was not into very intense spiritual
Yes.
journeys. And I knew how this bridged the gap for me. And there is, of course, neuroscience behind this, as you're very familiar with EFT by now. There's
Yes.
a huge research done on it where they're talking about, we'll get to that. So I think we should jump into the next topic. What are
Absolutely.
the benefits of EFT, Radhika?
So, talking about and extending this topic of neuroscience, the first benefit that comes to me is instant drop of your cortisol level. Your amygdala switching off and your cortisol level going down is the one major benefit that one can experience after 2 or 3 rounds. Even some people have experienced just in one round. And what is amygdala? What is cortisol? Cortisol, very simple, stress का एक hormone होता है. Stress, we all experience stress, and there is a hormone every time we experience stress. Now, stress, we all know, in ancient times was very limited. Either we did not get food or we were attacked by a predator. Now, the predator has changed forms in the form of spouse or job or career or finance. So, there are 10,000 predators in a day, 10,000 ways in which we feel stressed, and that stress is unknowingly and knowingly damaging us brutally.
And we go into that survival mode versus the success mode.
So many times during
Yeah.
the day, and that when that comes down, we invariably feel that calmness, that serenity inside of us. We feel that shift instantly.
And And that is what came through, while we are already talking about neuroscience and recreating the neural pathway. So while the cortisol is getting reduced, the stress levels are getting reduced, parallelly by tapping on certain points, you end up building your immunity in a better way. So your nervous system learns to calm down completely,
Yes.
So your parasympathetic brain is completely taken care of and it's been put into alignment. And a part of you just learns to calm down. In simply put words, when you're feeling hyper, tapping really gets into a space of
Calm down.
calmness or serenity, as Radhika aptly said. That is a very powerful bad benefit, and a lot of research is done. Publications have been produced. Now they're doing a lot of publishing where it's begin to prove that tapping is helping in
Absolutely.
reducing stress, and from especially in the COVID time right now. We
Absolutely.
are
And
very stressed people.
you mentioned about reducing stress, immunity, and better sleep. I mean, this has been proven that people have literally stopped taking pills because they made tapping as a ritual, and it
True,
has helped them in so much in overcoming all most of their mental challenges or difficulties that they felt were not allowing them to feel their best.
true, true. I think we'll actually demonstrate this in the end for some of them who join. We
Yes.
are actually going to demonstrate in the end how you can tap and learn to become calm in a very limited time span. And we will actually help you with that.
So please stay
The
with
other
us.
benefit,
Yes,
yes, please
please watch
stay
it
with
to the
us.
end.
Please stay
Yes.
with us. Arya, I would love for you to share your EFT experience on a chat with us later on. That's my 18-year-old Radhika, who's
Wow.
been tapping with me since she was 13.
So beautiful.
So I'm so glad you've joined in. So another benefit of EFT is, that it doesn't have any side effects. All it has is side benefits.
Absolutely. And it doesn't need any extra, so to say, तामझाम कुछ नहीं चाहिए. You yourself, your hands. What else? What benefits that we can think of, Shilpa?
Oh, sorry, I lost you for a moment. Okay, so what you said was all we need is two hands. Like literally when we are tapping, yes, so that is the benefit. Second is you no longer need, after you've learned the technique and how to practice, it's more of, you can also use it as a self-care practice or a technique where you don't need a therapist to put in needles in your body. All you need
Absolutely.
is two fingers, so it is non-invasive and very safe and sound.
Painless yet most effective.
Absolutely. More we'll of course talk when we really get into the workshop. But what is the? I wanted to talk about, having spoken about the workshop. What are
Yes.
the different dimensions EFT can benefit in? And collectively, you and I have already planned what are we really planning to do now. So I think it's time to talk about it.
Yes, so now that we have talked enough about what is EFT and how can it benefit in brief, because we cannot in this speculated time, we cannot share the multiple benefits that EFT has and people have experienced. We are inviting each one of you here and all those who will be listening or seeing this video to join us on this journey of 3 months, but broken into three parts: relationship, health, and abundance. So, we are conducting a complete 3 month workshop program for covering all aspects of EFT in our life. How can EFT improvise our relationship? How can it improvise our health? And how can it invite abundance in all areas of life is what we are going to cover in the entire program. And you also have an option, Shilpa. We have an option of choosing. If you want to
Yeah.
focus only on relationship, most welcome. We are starting on 20th of January. We will be doing it on every Wednesday, 3 Wednesdays, dedicatedly for relationship, making you super ready for your Valentine, then moving on to health, and then finally moving on to abundance.
Abundance. And I was just thinking, that why would somebody want to tap in relationship? Why? Um,
You know,
and I was just,
how,
yeah,
and how can it actually help? So I have a relationship with you. How can me tapping help my relationship with you?
yeah. So, a thought came to me was that a lot of times, see, one of the major dimensions or the blocks in certain relationship is by and large communication. Again, there are many paradigms, but I'm just talking on the larger level.
Yes.
And when I tap on my communication or my clarity, because some of us are sometimes very assertive, sometimes submissive, sometimes aggressive, we play different roles in different spaces. Or
Yes.
sometimes we may be very vocal, but with a certain person, we just can't articulate what we are feeling.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
when tapping helps, because when I can't articulate, which means I'm stressed. And if I'm stressed and I need to calm down, my amygdala is hijacked. So what can I do? I need to tap.
Sometimes you don't have the confidence to say what is needed to be said at the time it is needed to be said.
Absolutely.
To draw boundaries in relationship, we fail to draw boundaries, and where exactly we need the most. And one more thing
True.
that comes to my mind, Shilpa, about relationship, improvising on relationship, is it's not just about my relationship with others, it's my relationship with myself.
You read my mind
As
again.
always. How
Please
does that
continue.
help in any relationship, Shilpa?
So, our primary relationship is with ourselves. The more we understand ourselves, the more we are able to connect with others without feeling out of place. So when we tap into our strengths, our weaknesses, our journeys, and we want, like I said in the beginning, how do you turn your blocking beliefs into positive affirmations? But it's not just for that, it's also for how do I enhance my strengths and use it for peak performance? So if I am really good at that, I can help many more people. And so relationship itself is equally important.
Yes, yes, yes. So self means your self confidence, your self worth, your self acceptance. And when that is in place, every relationship that you have around self will be taken care of. So, in this
Absolutely.
relationship section, we are going to touch upon all these areas and more.
Mm.
And I think there, I'm ignoring, consider. All right, so I think we can take some questions towards the end once we are done
Done.
what we need to share with all of you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I think we should go talk briefly about health, EFT and health. We spoke in the beginning that you can work with mental health and EFT. So you're feeling certain emotions like you spoke about phobia or lack of confidence. But not just that. When it comes to your health, it's also your physical health. And
Yes.
there are certain spaces in our physical health we need to work with by tapping. By the way, I used to wear a collar belt in my neck because I had spondylosis. Okay. And it is through tapping for a couple of months consistently my my physiotherapist then said that "Shilpa, you don't need to wear the collar neck anymore, and you're completely fine." At least someone like me who's turned from a skeptic, I turned into a believer. Because tapping changed the way I started looking at health, and I don't know if I shared that with you, Radhika, but I think I have shared it with you, and collectively we were talking about this. Remind me because we speak a lot that instead of having a crow scene in every house, what is it that we want to replace it with?
EFT.
EFT. So that is
Absolutely.
the power of EFT. I don't
Without
actually
doubt.
have these daily medicines in my house anymore,
Yes.
you know.
And I remember
So,
you every time I share that I have a headache, you say tap Radhika. And that comes like a clue, a magical clue or a reminder. Yes, if I am teaching this and I believe in it so much from my life, why don't I use it? And every
true.
time I use it, I have seen phenomenal instant benefits. So yes, it does work on your headaches, on your pains, aches, anything that you're even not sure what is the root cause, but you are physically feeling it, it is going to help you with that.
And even if you're tired and you want to feel revitalized, tap. You can't sleep and you want to sleep, tap. That's the benefit of EFT with health. When are we doing the health section? Which month are we
We
doing
are
it in?
doing it in February. So just after relationship, we'll start with health.
Okay. And then in the end, we move on to, oh, thank you, Nehal. I
You're
like
welcome.
that she's worked with a stomach infection with tapping. Thank you for saying it at the right time. Thank you so much, Nehal. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, and the last part is in the March, which is about abundance and wealth.
Because March is a month of abundance, your taxations and everything coming into place, you have to invite. And it's not just, again, what is abundance, Shilpa? Is it just the
Um,
financial abundance?
no, I think when we are going to talk about abundance, we are going to talk about abundance mindset, a holistic way of looking at abundance, and of course, wealth will be a part of it. And what are the beliefs around money beliefs, and work on that as well.
Yes.
Yes,
So today's
totally.
story, it reminds me of Vipina's story, how beautifully she has shared the universal abundance and how we can tap in that. All of it will be a part of our abundance journey with EFT. How you can tap into the universal abundance. What is your passcode?
And what is your infinite potential to achieve the possibilities that you could have not imagined that you can actually achieve, right? Great. So this is what we are going to cover in EFT in the span of 3 months. Is there something else that's showing up for you, Radhika? You want to take the questions now, or we do the demonstration first?
Let's do the demonstrations, and all of you, please check our individual bios for Shilpa and Menon and Radhika Rai. We have the registration links in our bio already there. You can check for health, you can check for relationship, for abundance, and for the entire program as well. We start this Wednesday, so please make it fast.
On 20th Jan 2021, do sign up, experience the magic of tapping. All you need to do is talk, tune, and tap, and we will take you through the journey and work with your thoughts along with it. So we do invite you to join us, but for the time being, until you join us, let us show you.
And
Yeah? Are we
I
ready?
want to add one thing for all those who are a little skeptic. Will it work? Will it not work? You also have a choice to join just for one single session. DM us and you will get the link for just one session. You can try it out for yourself and see how it goes. But we invite you to join in the first session so that you are in the rhythm and the flow.
Yes, totally, totally, totally. Wow. So let's just, I don't know what are you guys feeling right now, but what are you feeling right now, Radhika? Let me demonstrate this with you while others can just be with us, and we invite you to do what we are going to do right now. What I can I demonstrate? Is that
Of
okay? I'm
course,
quite
of
excited.
course.
Thank
Yes.
you. So, so if you guys have a bottle of water around you, sip a little water right now. That's rule. That's one.
Cheers.
Cheers. Two, if you have an access where you can put your feet firmly planted on the ground, we'll be very grateful for that. Okay, so please place your feet firmly planted on the ground. Um, Third, Radhika, what are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all the time management thing that happened during the day. So yeah,
Mhm.
uh, because we need to demonstrate, overwhelm is one of the feelings that I have. Yes.
Okay, and if I had to, when we have fever, we always check, right? That what is the temperature of your fever? Similarly, on your overwhelm, if you had to rate from 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, what are you feeling in terms of your overwhelm?
Will be somewhere around 6, 7, 6,
7.
6.
Okay. So rest of you, if there is an emotion you want to work with, You may not be able to articulate, but you just want to feel calm. Do check and write in on 0 to 10, 10 being the highest. What are you really feeling right now, and what is your intensity? We will look at it in a bit, but we invite you to check. Yes, Arya, it's water and it's definitely not coffee. Thank you so much. So yes, check your intensity level on 0 to 10, and all you need is free your fingers and your hands. Just follow me. Radhika, this time I'm going to demonstrate a shortcut technique, not the complete technique, okay? Just for the demonstration purpose. And we start from karate chop, as you already know, but you're not going to talk. You're simply going to tap and breathe. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Yeah? Okay. So please start tapping, and any hands will do, people. Doesn't matter is it right or left. Any hand will do. So go by your comfort level. That's your karate chop. Yes. Take 4 fingers. So you're covering the entire base. And Radhika, I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale from your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And exhale from your mouth. One more time. Inhale from your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Take 2 fingers. Let's move to the next point. Underneath the eyebrows, you know the points. Inhale, close your eyes and inhale. And exhale through your mouth. Really breathe. Change side of the eye. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let it all go. And change underneath the eye. Inhale. And exhale through your mouth. And change underneath your nose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let it all flow. Your chin, underneath your lip and above your chin. Keep inhaling through your nose. And breathe it all out through your mouth. Give yourself permission to relax. Take 2 fingers near your collarbone. Or you can do the way Radhika is doing. Or 2 fingers or 1 hand. Both are welcome. There are many ways to tap. So inhale again. Stay on your collarbone for some time. Tune into your body and your emotion of the emotion you picked for yourself. And take a couple of deep breaths. So inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let it all go. Let it all flow. Release and relax. Just breathe in and breathe out. Hug yourself or under your arms, whichever way it works for you. Yep. Continue to inhale through your nose. And exhale. At least do it 3 more times. Tune into your body. And let it all out. Inhale. Exhale. And we close it at the top of the head, soft part of your head. And you can gently stop, close your eyes. Just take a few deep breaths. Have a little sip of water. And tell me, how are you feeling? You were feeling a little overwhelmed, which was on the rating of 7. Take your time.
It's almost 0. And I like
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Okay, I can lip sync.
Is it?
No, I can't hear you. Should I log out and log in? Is that okay?
I think now can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. I don't know how to do this.
Wait. First it was 6.
It was 7 and it's now 0. That's wonderful. Anybody else who was practicing tapping with us right now? We'd love to hear from you in the little chat box.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody.
thank you. You guys can hear me. I cannot. I'm only not able to hear Radhika, but she can always type and talk. I think I'll be able to telepathically listen to her.
Oh, they are.
Yes, Radhika said 0. Thank you, everyone who's coming to help. This is beautiful.
Thank you so much, guys.
Anybody tried tapping with along with us?
Yes. Now
Without talking, we are tapping.
Yes. Now I would like to ask if you have tried with any of your emotions. You can type in the comment, what did you start with? What was your number? And now what it is, if you have done it with us. Otherwise, whoever is seeing this video anytime later, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But then anybody who is seeing this video later can do that along with the instructions. Wow. I had 10 and now it's 4. Fantastic. 9 to start. Oh, almost 1.
Thank you, Mona. It was 9. It's moved to 1. I saw Veena's comment. Could you read that, Radhika? Yes, she said, thank you. Oh, cheers. Cheers.
So
wow.
This is the power of EFT, instantly, in the moment.
True. And you know, we were talking in the beginning about the parasympathetic brain, how it instantly calms you down, even though you don't know how to tap. This simple technique can do this. Imagine if you join us, the kind of
transformation
and the box that's going to open up for your own growth and your own evolution or your own. And we are in the beginning of this 2021 Jan, and that's why we had planned this, that you create the first quarter, that whatever you create for yourself now, you have an entire year to really move forward in it. Sometimes we have intentions, however, we don't know how to implement into action. And
Yes.
tapping helps you do that.
Yes. So yes.
And there were some queries, right, which we wanted to
Yes.
address.
If you have any questions, we are still here for a minute or two. You can drop in the questions in the comment section. You can hear me now?
You'll have to tell, I can't hear you still. I don't know why, but I'm okay. You can type in and I'll be okay, or someone can help us do the transcription. Which is a question we need to take? Is there anything we need to take here? Okay, somebody said was doing but got a call. Please do try. There will be a recorded live later, and still write into the comments how you felt about it. There was a question which had come in between. Thank you, Veena. I just read your comment. Feels nice and refreshing every time we listen to you two. We're so grateful you're a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
With a certain person, what I do, how I do, I'm ignored. My thoughts are not considered at all. Would we want to take this question?
I think this is a good question if we take it on our DM.
Should I take that question that Veena has put? Okay, this person refuses to change. Will tapping help me? Yes, it will. It's like we spoke about relationship. The first person, the relationship you have is with yourself, and probably there is something we can uncover through tapping where we need to shift in a certain space, or the way we look at the relationship may change, and therefore the connection will start to change. So, does tapping help in that? Yes, it does. It does. Okay.
So it helps in not changing the other person, but changing who you are. If you feel less confident, you will increase in the confidence. If you feel fearful in speaking, you will have the confidence of speaking what you wish to speak. All of this will eventually improve your relationship.
Veena, did that answer for you?
I think it is done from our side. You have your basics of EFT. You have all the benefits that you can count on and more. You have the links in our bio, and we all really are looking forward to bring that shift in our life. So if you are one of those who really wants to shift, transform, change any area of your life, try tapping and you will fall in love with it. The link is in bio. Do check it out, and it starts on Wednesday, 20th January. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining and being a part of this. Thank you so much. We look forward to you tapping, tuning, and sharing with us how you're feeling. Really grateful for this. Thank you, Radhika, for this. And the links are in the bio, as we mentioned. And do try the tapping and get back to us. And we're looking forward to seeing some of you with us already. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. See you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Sudha. Thank you, Naseem.